Welcome to Burbank Arena here where the Reading Rockets and the Belmont Marauders are going to do a little battle here tonight. Reading is coming off of a great tie against St. John's Prep, and Belmont lost their last game 6-0 to BC High. And Belmont's had a little bit of trouble scoring this year. They've faced some very tough opponents, but early on in the season here they have a 6-0 loss to Catholic Memorial. They have a 4-1 win over Watertown Wayland. They have a 3-0 win over Wakefield, a 5-0 loss to Belmont, and then their latest game was a 6-0 loss to BC High. So they should be coming out firing. And my partner Kevin Murray here, I was saying earlier that, you know, Reading's going to get every team's best shot here. Every team knows that Reading's in the top 10 now. So when these teams come to battle with Reading, they're gonna give it everything they've got.
Yeah, Gary, excited to be here. It's a nice Saturday night matchup. It's always a good game. What it is, Reading versus Belmont. Got a nice crowd here at Burbank Arena, and again, Reading's coming off that tie ball game with St. John's Prep. So it's going to be a tough one to rebound. They had to play up to that competition, but in Belmont, it's a turning point. I think early on in their season, where Belmont, I am sure, wants to get a win on the road to propel them. So you're going to see a good game from both sides, I feel.
Absolutely. We just had a great finish here with Belmont. The girls of Reading High and Belmont just battled to a 0-0 tie after overtime. Tonight is also Pink the Rink night, where hockey fights cancer here. So all these fans are dressed up in their best pink, and we got some pink laces on a lot of the Rockets skates. I believe they have some pink laces. I know some of them did, but should be a battle here. I know everybody's been touched by cancer, in every family. So it's good to see that they're playing for a good cause out there tonight.
Yeah, Gary, it's always a good night here. They really do a nice job with the Pink the Rink. There's a lot of fundraising that goes on. It's a really good tradition that we started. I can't believe it's here. I feel like the season just got started, but now we're in the Pink the Rink, which is usually further on in the season. So it's gonna be a really nice start. Again, a really nice crowd here, and excited to see what the game will be all about.
Yeah, so I'm sorry I forgot to introduce myself, but my name is Gary Morrow, and I'll be filling in for Chris Meehan, trying to do my best Chris Meehan imitation here. He does a great job on the broadcast along with Kevin Murray, and I think I'm gonna be worked in a little bit over the season, which would be great. But I love the opportunity to get up here and talk some hockey and look for Reading to bounce early on the Belmont Marauders here. But like Kevin was saying earlier tonight, this Kevin, you said something about a trap game?
Sorry, Gary, I didn't quite hear that. Sorry, the music's really loud.
Yes, so you were talking earlier about trap games.
Yeah, no, good point. Certainly when you're coming against a competition like St. John's Prep, they brought their best. I felt they were playing really well, but Reading really played extremely well, and quite frankly, they let the Prep off the hook. They should have really won that game. So the way they're going to look at it, and why I say trap game, and what everybody says is a trap game, is you can't assume that Belmont's a lesser opponent. Belmont's going to bring their best. You got to respect the opponent, and you got to bring your best system. So that's what I call. You got to watch out. You got to be a goldfish. It's like the old Ted Lasso line. Be a goldfish. Forget about yesterday, and kind of be in the moment. Play this game.
Yes, I fully agree with you. Reading's got another game in 2 days here against Woburn. So you don't want to overlook the Belmont team like you're saying there. I fully agree with you. Reading is also a little worn down, even though they hadn't played in 10 games. They really ran that first, second line, and the higher up D guys were logging a lot of minutes in that St. John's Prep game. So you'd love to see a nice 3-4 goal cushion here in the first period, where you're able to work some more guys in and kind of get some experience.
Yeah, I don't know. It's certainly a great game to do that. Hopefully there's some balance. Obviously, when you play in a prep game, it's tough to mix the lines or get the other lines going with this thing. But you could definitely show during that game the exhaustion on the on the players that were playing a lot. That doesn't do anybody good. They kept them in the game, but again, what you're saying, Gary, is right. If they go up by a bunch of goals, maybe they can actually start working the other lines. But who knows? Again, hockey, that's why we play the games. You never know.
Yeah.
So they can't take this, again, for granted. They got to play their hardest.
Before we get the buzzer and the national anthem here, some Rockets are extremely hot here. We got Cam Gretorix with 6 goals, 4 assists for 10 points. Got Jack Melly, 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points. Jack Sullivan, 1 goal, 5 assists on the first line. That's 6 points. Second line hasn't gotten it going here. We were talking earlier. We'd really like to see a guy like Shaughnessy find the back of the net in this one and kind of propel him here to, getting on a hot streak.
Yeah, with a lot of, you notice those goals, and a lot of these guys, we're definitely putting pressure in front of the net. And again, we keep saying in the broadcast, Gary, nothing bad happens when you commit and you go to the net. And so again, that Gretorix goal for the prep when he tipped it from the point, being very active in front of the net and staying on the inside instead of staying on the outside, I think is a benefit.
I would fully agree there. When you are slumping a little bit, you don't need to overhandle the puck, and it's not all about that. Maybe getting to the net for some greasy goals. You want to get that greasy one. Once you get a couple, they seem to start going a little more frequent. So if you can get to the net hard and make some plays, and D guys get the pucks to the net, forwards crash, should be a good tilt here tonight for the Rockets. We got the national anthem here about to be sung, so we're gonna tune out for a second. Gonna get underway here in just a second with the opening puck drop. We got some Belmont players to call out here. I was looking through some pregame material here. Gabriel Kimogine, number 15, has got 4 goals for Belmont. He leads the team. Cameron Burns has got 4 points. He's got a goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Miles Garver with 3 assists, and Thomas Courtney with 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Those are all underclassmen. We got a freshman in there. Also our freshman Sean Gallagher, who has a point. He's been good on the season as well. So they've got some younger guys on Belmont. Doesn't look like the biggest team in the world. Reading's going to want to wear them down a little bit, and we'll see what happens. We got the puck drop right there. Got the top line here with Belly, Sullivan, and Gretorix, along with Caden Emery and Nate Vitorisi on D, and JT Coyne in net. Rockets try to dump the puck in here. Gretorix over the line, loses it. Vitorisi gathers it at the blue line, walks in, down the left slot, rips a shot on net. Good save there by the Belmont goalie. Has played the whole season here. Same goalie has been in net every game. Number 1, Quinn Harrington. He's one of their captains, 2026. He's a senior. They've only got a couple seniors here on their roster. Can you hear me, Kev?
Yeah, you're good, Gary.
Great. Puck heads to the right boards there. Sullivan in deep to Gretorix. Gretorix wheels her up the side board, sends it back down low. Melly on it. Caden Emery at the point here. Melly gathers the loose puck. Jack Sullivan through the slot, throws it through the middle, gets taken away. Nate Vitorisi with a good pinch. Jack Melly covers D there. Jack Sullivan in the left corner tries to throw it out front. That one's blocked by a Belmont player, goes back behind the net. Number 15 for the Marauders are just going to throw it out to center ice, where it's gathered by Nate Vitorisi here, and he dumps it back down the other way. Rockets will go for a change. Got Shaughnessy, Nolan Sullivan. Shaughnessy and Nolan Sullivan are out here right now. Jack Melly's going to find his way to the bench, and that happens right now. And we've got Jack Barry there to complete the line change. Gavin Furness is out there on D here. We got Nate Vitorisi. Rockets gather behind their own net. Nate Vitorisi looks up ice. He's going to skate it. Turnover there for the Rockets. Gathered back in his own zone by Furness. Furness looks up ice. Sends that one up. Can't connect with a pass. Barry hot on the forecheck. And Belmont's going to get a good dump in here for Belmont. Weberly behind the net.
Really nice job at Weberly there.
Yeah, Weberly getting some early action there. Good to see. Weberly and Furness out here on the deep here. We got Nolan Sullivan, Jack Barry, and Aiden Shaughnessy out here as a forward line.
Yeah, what I was saying with Weberly is that, nice little pass off the back of the net. That's a nice skill there to control the puck behind the net, Gary.
Yeah, Charlie Weberly. He's having a good start here to the season. He's out here with Furness still. We got a third line of Brendan McCurtain, Haley, Brendan McCurtain. We also have Matthew Haley out here, and Cormac Fitzgerald on the.
No, you got Desmond out there. Desmond's.
Desmond is out there. I'm sorry. Yep. Desmond's out there as well. Number 4, Desmond Fitzgerald. Ooh, Belmont with an early goal here. Not the start the Rockets were looking for. Belmont finishes on a 2-on-1 there. A little bit of a broken play. Winds up in the back of the Rockets net.
Yeah, Gary, that was a quick strike there. Very well balanced, nice passes. Puck on the tape, and those things are going to happen. Now the Rockets have to kind of wipe the rust off a little bit, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, we got Justin Ferraro out here on D now with Nate Vitorisi. Back to the first line here with Cam Gretorix, Jack Sullivan. Oh boy, number 15 comes in with some speed. Great save there. Great save there by JT Coyne. Rockets could have went down 2-0 early here. Great save by JT Coyne. Pucks up the sideboards to Jack Sullivan. Cam Gretorix with speed over the blue line. Drops it back to Melly. Melly slides it back down towards Gretorix. Jack Melly with control of the puck here, gives it to Gretorix. Gretorix looking for a play here, passes it to Sullivan. Sullivan deep down low, cycles it down to Melly. Melly's got some space here, throws it over to, just maintains the puck, comes out of the corner, gets a little hook there. Sullivan, open puck there behind the net, goes to Belmont. Nate Vitorisi on a great pinch, misses the net. Ferraro with a good save at the point there, down low to Gretorix. Gretorix sidesteps number 5 there by Belmont. He's getting hooked a little bit. Drops it down low to Melly. Melly's behind the net looking for an option. Throws it deep down low to Jack Sullivan. Cycles working well here. Cam Gretorix has got a couple guys going to the net here. Ferraro turns it over at the point. Belmont goes the other way. Nate Vitorisi's there to save the day and dump it in deep. Rockets go for a change. We got Shaughnessy, Barry line heads out along with Nolan Sullivan. Jack Barry through the middle here with speed. Drops it over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy twirls in the zone. Dumps it down low. Puck stopped there by Gavin Furness at the point. Charlie Webley's back on D with him. That's could have been a trip, but it was Aiden Shaughnessy. They're going to call a trip. Aiden Shaughnessy was tripped on that play. He didn't fall down originally, but when he went to gather himself, he ended up falling, and they wound up calling the trip.
Yeah, good opportunity here, obviously, with the power play, Gary. You know what? We're standing around a little bit too much. We got to move our feet, and we got to be active. We got to make things happen.
Definitely. So we got the first line out there on the power ball. We got Melly, Shaughnessy, and Gretorix, along with Jack Barry playing a point spot. Nate Vitorisi, who has the puck right now, finds Gretorix in the slot for a one-timer that doesn't connect. Gretorix with good puck possession here, back to Vitorisi. Vitorisi, the puck squirts outside the blue line here, and Rockets try to gather. Belmont's going to dump it all the way down. We got Jack Melly back on the puck. Jack Melly's going to skate it up ice. Good play right there to Aiden Shaughnessy, who gathers the blue line. You're looking for a good zone entry on the power play, and we got one right there. Gretorix with a good stop on the side. Goes back to Vitorisi. Vitorisi dumps it down low to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy sends it around. Melly's going to gather it on the boards. He's got time and space here. He walks it a little bit. Gretorix lets it go, and a great little nifty play there to Melly. He's got Gretorix back door. Decides to go over to Barry. Nate Vitorisi walks it. Blocked out front there, hits Shaughnessy. Belmont's able to ice it down. We got 58 seconds left on the power play. We'll see if Reading goes for a change. They don't. They're going to keep the top unit out there. Melly gains the zone. Shaughnessy with the puck behind the net. Goes back to Vitorisi. It hops over his stick and back to the Rocket zone. Rockets are going to go for a change. We got Nolan Sullivan, Jack Sullivan, and Blake Emery on the second unit here. Nate Vitorisi gains the zone, walks around the Belmont defender, maintains control of the puck, throws it back to Furness, who misses wide. Good pinch there by Nolan Sullivan. We have 16 seconds left on the power play, so the Rockets are going to, we'll see if they can come away with a goal here in the last few seconds. We got Furness on the point. Oh, great shot on net there by Furness. Good action out front. Oh, Nate Vitorisi.
Yeah, really nice job on Furness there, Gary. Puck on the ice. Goalie couldn't see it. We got some good traffic out front. We got to continue that.
Yeah, it was a great shot on net. Trying to get the traffic. Belmont with some speed at 13's got speed. Webley makes a good play on him. Furness dumps it up to boards here. We have the third line back out there of Haley. Haley was hot on that body check. Brendan McCurtain, number 11 here. And Jack Sullivan has not changed up yet. I'm not sure who's going to come out here with this line. It's supposed to be Desmond Fitzgerald. Jack Sullivan not able to change. We have Webley down behind the own net. Goes D to Furness. Furness tries to find the wing. That puck is won by Jack Sullivan, who dumps it in deep right here, and he's going to go for a change. So Desmond Fitzgerald finishes the change. Desmond Fitzgerald on the puck. Good forecheck right there. We got Matthew Haley, Brendan McCurtain, and Desmond Oh, great tip out front. Matthew Haley with his first varsity goal. What a goal there. He'll remember that one forever. Great shot there. You got to get that puck. Great shot there by Nate Vitorisi, and Matthew Haley with a great tip out front. Third line getting a goal there. I like to see it.
Yeah, really nice job there. Back to the point. Nate did a very good job collecting the puck and then firing it again on the ice where it's able to be tipped. And a really nice job by Healy.
Great job, great tip there. Rockets tie the game up here 1-1. They had some pretty good time on the power play. They didn't have many chances. They had a lot of possession, not many chances there, but that was a good goal to get right there, 1-1. See if the Rockets can build off that. Dumped in by number 27 here. Vitorisi's on the puck. Good chip there by Desmond Fitzgerald to get up the boards. Doesn't work out. Back in the Rocket zone. Vitorisi goes D to Caden Emery. Matthew Haley down low battling with those guys. Caden Emery takes over. He's going to throw the puck smartly up ice to Brendan McCurtain, who loses it at center ice. Puck goes the other way. Squirts out of Vitorisi's hold. McCurtain here. Brendan McCurtain's got some space. Freshman, only freshman on the Rockets roster. Great play there, great try. Brendan McCurtain was injured earlier this season, so you didn't see him much, but you're starting to see him worked in the rotation. He's up with the third line playing today, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, great. Good. I tell you what, Gary, real nice opportunity there. He almost, I thought that hit off the crossbar, so nice opportunity there.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. Like I said, Brendan McCurtain, the only freshman on the Reading roster, obviously he can play. Another puck squirts out front there. Shaughnessy's in deep on the forecheck. Works it back towards the defenseman, loses it. Number 13 takes over for Belmont. Shaughnessy takes it back from him and dumps it down deep. Jack Barry hard on the forecheck, finishes his check. Number 13 has got some speed here for Belmont. That is Kai Ochi. He's got a little speed. Keep our eye on him. Good play by Jack Barry in the corner. Angling it out. Shaughnessy up to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to dump it in and go for a hard forecheck here. First on the puck. Barry, Sullivan turns it back over. Not much flow to this one just yet. Filling out process between two conference opponents. Jack Barry's back on the puck in his own zone, loses it to number 12 there. That's Thomas Courtney, and Rockets are going to end up icing the puck. 9 minutes in here. We got 5:42 remaining. First period here. We're at Burbank Arena where the Reading Rockets are battling the Belmont Marauders. Belmont comes in with a record of 2-3. Reading has a record of 3-0-1, coming off a real high and tying St. John's Prep. A lot of publications have Reading in the top 7 or 8 now, 6, 7, 8 area, which is good for them. Representing the public schools. Them, Hingham, and Arlington are up there as well. And Winchester actually beat Arlington today, so that's a big score coming in from outside here for this one. Rockets on the puck here. Cam Gretorix dumps it down low. Sullivan's got Gretorix coming through the slot. Good try there by Vitorisi. Rockets going to keep this one in. Jack Melly high in the slot. Moves it down low to Cam Gretorix. Cam Gretorix spins. He's got Nate Vitorisi at the point. Another shot by Nate Vitorisi that had a great purpose there. Justin Ferraro hot on that one. Dumps it in down low. Cam Gretorix throws it out front. Doesn't get through. Justin Ferraro at center ice tries to dump it in, doesn't get fully all the way down. Belmont ice.
Gary, I like Ferraro's game. Keeps it simple back there on the point, which we need.
Yes, we got a young team this year. Even though Reading is, they're 3-0-1 and they're on a lot of people's radar. This is a young team. They are going to lose Vitorisi, Melly. They're going to lose JT Coyne. They're going to lose Will Diamond. They're going to lose Brady Keaveney. They're going to lose Nolan Sullivan next season. But that's not many. And the
I agree. For a Reading team, usually have a lot happening in the senior year. A lot of players, and it just happens to roll out that way.
We got Matthew Haley out here with McCurtain and Desmond Fitzgerald. Matthew Haley's got to be super excited about that goal there. Desmond wins the draw. Desmond Fitzgerald gathers, throws it down low. We have Brendan McCurtain coming up high in the offensive zone with the puck. He winds up losing it and gets out to center ice. Furness, who's been great this year. Furness didn't play a lot of minutes last year, but man, he's kind of come in and, you know, I think he's exceeded a lot of expectations this year. He's just played a very solid defensive game.
Well, Gary, you know what the finesse, which I like, is you would think as he gets more playing time, as he's playing there, he's not intimidated by the moment. You know, that's what I like. He seems very calm back there. He's got a nice skill set, and again, the moment's not big enough. It's not bigger for him. You know, like he can take it. You can tell. Very measured. I like it.
Yeah, you're right on with that one. So we're going back to the Barry, Shaughnessy, Nolan Sullivan line. We got Caden Emery and Nate Vitorisi on the point. Belmont wins the puck behind their net. Number 15's coming up. Throws a line pass up through the middle. Doesn't connect. Nolan Sullivan chips it in deep. Shaughnessy's going to be first on this puck. Lets it go to the corner. See if Barry can maintain it here. Barry maintains it. Cycles down low. Nate Vitorisi walks through the middle. Gathers a loose puck and backhands it in deep. Shaughnessy cycles the puck down low. Barry's been a little questionable with a few of these hits here. Nothing that could have a penalty called just yet, but just want to keep an eye on that. Make sure that, you don't want to be getting a hit from behind.
Nice tip by Shaughnessy there, Gary.
Great tip. Just missed. Just at the post. What a great play. Belmont's going for a change there. See if he can get something going. Redding's also going to go for a change. We got Melly, Gretorix are coming out. Jack Melly pulled down a little bit there.
That was a little bit of holding there.
Yeah, got pulled down. Redding's going to break this one out with some speed here. We got Jack Sullivan loses it at center ice. Big hit by Melly. Furness gathers behind his own D-zone. He's going to take a look. Try to set up some offense here. Jack Sullivan can't handle the pass. Puck's dropped in down low. JT Quain out to stop it from going around the net. Big breakout pass here to Cam Gretorix. Rockets have numbers here. They got two guys, three. Gretorix goes for the short side high. Just misses. Gretorix behind the net. Comes up the right side with the puck. Walks it out. Loses it. The Rockets are battling around the front of the net there. Puck's jumping around. It's going to end up in the Belmont's goalie's glove.
Gary, I think Gretorix wants to have that back. I know he shot short side, but he really had Millie coming down. Drop pass there. I know everything's easier said when we see it from where we sit. But I would like to see a pass back. I think it would have been a nice play.
Hopefully Melly's out there yelling to him there in that spot, because it was a little bit tough for Gretorix to see that. But Gretorix is a great player, and he knows that he's coming there.
Yep.
He knows he's coming in. He thought he had something that may not have been open, but Gretorix is going to make the right play 99% of the time.
Yeah.
So, Rockets lose one here at the point. Furness gets back hard. What a great play by Furness to close. Great job of Furness settling that down. Rockets lost a mishandled puck at the blue line. Looked like Belmont was maybe going to get a breakaway, and Furness was able to catch up and make that play. Here's Vitorisi now. Walks right around the Belmont defenseman. Still maintains possession down here. Belmont's going to gather it and try to work its way out. Furness got a guy off sides here. He dumps it in. Rockets regroup at the blue line. One minute left in the period here. Shaughnessy has the puck, takes it over the blue line and slows it down. Barry takes it from there. Barry with a good shot on net, covered up by the Belmont goaltender.
Yeah, really nice shot by Barry there. Nice play by Shaughnessy, dropping it back.
Redding has had a lot of zone time, a lot of not many great opportunities just yet, but a lot of zone time. Normally that, you're going to end up getting a lot of opportunities by being in their zone all day long. So we'll see what happens here. But I like the way that Reading has carried the play. They just haven't had great grade A opportunities just yet. Belmont has the puck. Great hit by Nate Vitorisi along the sideboards there over by the student section. That'll get them riled up. One of the best student sections in MIA for sure. Good save there by JT Coyne with 13 seconds left, 12.9 seconds left. D-zone face-off here for the Rockets. All you're thinking now is let's go to the keep this a 1-1 tie.
Gary, going back to that zone time, I agree. I mean, Reading's always been a good cycle team, and they got to keep doing that. They'll have their opportunities if they keep that up.
For sure. Face-off is won by the Rockets. There's 7 seconds left right now. Puck goes towards the middle. Great chance there. Great chance, but a great stick by Caden Emery there. Great job by him to get his stick on that and deflect that puck out of play. That was a great A opportunity right there by Belmont. I talked about these 13 seconds here. You're just thinking the puck's definitely not going in the back of our net, but maybe it's not on all the Rockets' minds. Maybe it should be now 2.3 left here. Rockets win the draw. The buzzer's going to end at the end of the first period.
Yeah, Gary, interesting period, and it's actually almost predictable coming off the last game. Hey, hats off to Belmont too. They're coming in here to play, a tough game. They're on the road. They're 2-3, right? And so they have to make a stand too. So from a coaching position, what they're probably telling them is, you know what, guys, shake everything off. We're in a game now. We gave them a little life with the 1-0 lead, and again, I'd like to see a little bit more puck movement. I feel like there's like a lot of individual players trying to carry the puck. When Reading is good, Gary, is when they're moving the puck and they're playing as a team. What's your thoughts?
Well, you don't get on those big hot Instagram videos for the passes. The goals you end up getting on those big Instagram videos, and some of these guys are playing out here tonight that maybe they want to be on those videos, but like you're saying, let's get the puck, move it around, find the guy with the open hot stick, and see if you can make some pucks end up in their net. The Rockets have had a few games like this year where it's been tight after one. A couple of them 4-1. One of them ended up 4-1. One ended up 7-1. So I fully expect the Rockets to start finding the back of the net with some regularness here in the second period.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
All right, we're back. Exciting first period. I tell you, 1-1 tie. Both teams are playing, extremely hard against each other, and we'll see what the second period brings. I mean, I like to see it, again, open up a little bit on the Reading side. Spread out the offense, and certainly if they want to speed the game up, which we always like a fast hockey team, passing the puck is the best way. It's not skating the puck. And young youth players out there, if you want to speed the game up, if your team is slow, the way you speed the game up is you pass the puck.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll see a lot more passing there. I think we'll see a crisp period here for the Rockets, who, again, before that St. John's Prep game, they had a 10 or 11 day layoff. They didn't play a game for a while there. I thought that might be a bad matchup going into St. John's Prep with that big layoff. But again, they haven't played many games recently, and they just, takes them a period or two to get going. Just like to see it start a little bit earlier.
Yeah, very good point, Gary. Yeah, you're right. It's tough to shake off that, and again, shake off a game like they played. Against a tough opponent like the Prep, and but you got to move on. Prep is done, right? And you gotta play the people in front of you, right?
Yep. Got to play who's on that schedule there. It's not the St. John's Prep every night of the week. But if you think about it, Belmont has had some. Reading has played Melrose, they've played Stoneham, they've played Watertown, right? On the other side of the coin there, you got Belmont. They've played CM, they've played, they've played BC High, they've played some of the better teams, coming into the year here that predicted to be higher seeded teams. So they've gotten it going some of these nights, and I'm sure they've been in some of those games. But I think just over the long haul, the the length of the game, and the Rockets will end up wearing them down a little bit. Hopefully it starts here in the second period.
I agree. Switch the subject, Gary. How about that new rink over at Belmont, huh?
Oh, did I see $32 million or some type of number like that, which is completely wild. But yeah, they needed it for sure. I know that Reading has played there for a number of years on their away games over at Belmont, and not too many great stories coming out of that old barn there.
Yeah, I felt like every time you left that barn, I felt like you needed a tetanus shot.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Gary?
Yeah. Are you talking about Hockey Town or Belmont?
Well, good point. They're one and the same.
Remember when COVID started and you saw those memes or whatever on Facebook, and it said, if you've been to Hockey Town before, you've definitely already had COVID, so there's nothing to worry about. Yeah.
I tell you what, let's hand it to the student section again. On a great night. Again, it is Pink the Rink night for to talk about the fight against cancer. A really nice tradition that we have here at Reading, and the student section is all dressed in pink. And let's put on a show for them right now. Right?
Yeah, sure. We also have James Rodriguez on the cameraman. Very great, great quality cameraman. Reading High student, plays on the baseball team as well. Rockets gather behind their own net. Melly throws it up the ice. Belmont's going to intercept and throw it back in. Nate Vitorisi on the puck. Second period here, we got Belmont and Reading in a 1-1 tie. Reading outplayed Belmont by a wide margin in my estimation in the first period. And trying to build the nets off. Nobody sees it. Okay, they finally see it.
Gary, you know what I call that when the net goes off? I call it the Winchester. Remember that Winchester goalie? That was his was his defense. It was in knocking it off the post.
That was his move. But
tell you what, smart kid, but frustrating play against.
Yeah, definitely. A Reading guy actually knocked that off on his way on a forecheck, and they didn't see it. But the faceoff is in the Belmont zone. The goalie's going to gather after a wobbling puck off the faceoff there, and we'll do it again. We got Jack Melly out here with Jack Sullivan and Cam Gretorix. Cam Gretorix shoots, goes far corner. Jack Sullivan's hard on the puck, throws it down low. Jack Melly to Jack Sullivan. Jack Sullivan is going to keep it down low. Caden Emery on the pinch, and puck squirts out to center ice, back in the Rocket zone. The puck is a little sticker puck here. We don't need that happening. Nate Vitorisi comes up along his boards, dumps it out. Rockets, Belmont's going to throw it back in, taken there by Caden Emery, who loses it. Nate Vitorisi's going to work it through his own zone. Shaughnessy loses that pass. Good pass there by Nate. Belmont hard on the forecheck here. Nate Vitorisi loses his stick, and puck ends up in the netting. Nate Vitorisi just mishandled his stick there, but even on a mishandle, we think that Bruce should probably buy him a new one, right?
You know what, Gary, you bring up a very good point. I've been seeing that. I think it's actually his skates. I think he needs new skates.
Definitely.
It seems like they're wobbling a little bit, and Bruce should buy Nate some skates.
I fully agree. We got a puck one deep down low. Charlie Webley throws it up the board. Shaughnessy to Jack Barry on a good breakout here. Barry over the blue line, loses handle. Back to Shaughnessy. They call an offsides. A little late for that. Maybe they thought that was an offsides when Jack Barry missed the puck, but I thought he still had it on his stick.
Questionable call there, Gary.
Yeah, questionable
I'm not
call.
It was, we were 10 feet in the zone, but.
Yeah. Got Jack Barry on the draw here. Nolan Sullivan hard on the forecheck. Belmont goes D to D. They come up through center ice, throwing away. Charlie Webley intercepts. Rockets go the other way. Shaughnessy can't get the chip. Furness loses the puck at center ice to number 10, Nicholas Lanelli. Nate Sullivan there to Aiden Shaughnessy. Barreling down the left-hand side, stops. Shoots it there. Had Nolan Sullivan in the slot there, but decided to take the shot, try to cause a rebound. Good shot on net.
I'll tell you, Gary, puck is too warm, right?
Puck is a little warm. It's bouncing around out there. It's sticking.
They got to grab a new puck.
Yep, we got the third line heading out there. We got Matthew Haley, Brendan McCurtain, and Blake Emery is going to get a shift up here with the third line. Here with Haley and McCurtain and Emery. Nate Vitorisi keeps it in at the point, dumps it in deep. Justin Ferraro tries to pinch. Puck goes out to center ice. We got 13. Good hard back check there. Good hard back check by Matthew Haley. It's going to turn into an offensive rush here by Nate Vitorisi. Comes over the line. Great pass. Matthew Haley with a great shot. Blake Emery with a great shot. He's very strong on his stick and can shoot the puck. Two of his best attributes for sure. Ferraro dumps it in deep on the goaltender, and we're going to have a whistle. First line, going to go back to the first line here with Gretorix, Melly, and Jack Sullivan. That was a good shot on net there by Blake Emery. Caught the goalie off guard.
Really triggered that very quickly, huh? Good. Quick release there.
Melly on the draw here. Loses the face-off down to the Belmont corner. Belmont's going to wing it around. Number 13's got it on the sideboards. Takes a crushing, bone-jarring hit by Jack Sullivan. Reading maintains possession here. Number 13 is hurt from that hit. He's shaken up in the middle of the slot there. Reading's got to work this puck out there right now. Oh, great chance there from Melly. Set up Gretorix for the one-timer. Puck goalie made a great little save there. Good stick there by Melly to keep this puck alive. Walks off the sideboards. Can't gather it to get a shot off. 13 is going to dump the puck out to center ice. Charlie Weberly's going to circle back on a good little play. He's going to look up ice. Gets it to Jack Sullivan. Jack Sullivan dumps it in deep. Cam Gretorix is going to be first on this puck down the sideboards. Misplays a puck on the wall. Gets it back. Finds Melly. Melly's going to walk out to Gretorix. Gretorix just good save. I think that hit the blocker. I think that hit the goalie's blocker. The goalie got a piece of that. Reading's got to find the net on some of these. They're really carrying the play. Weberly dumps it down low to Gretorix. Gretorix with a good little spinorama play. Jack Sullivan's a little tight on him here. Jack Sullivan comes away with the puck. Gets it back to Furness. Back to Jack Sullivan down low. Out to the slot to Melly, who finishes top shelf. What a play. Rockets go up 2-1 on a great play. Tic-tac-toe. I think all five of them might have touched that puck in the last 10 seconds there. What a setup. Melly goes top corner. Jack Sullivan, good hard pass. I believe he had the pass there. It was a good play. Great shift.
Gary really liked the positioning with Jack Melly where he was. That is, I tell you what, stay there. You'll be able to pay for your education by staying there. I tell you.
Oh,
right?
Sure. What a shot. What a play. What a good possession there by the Rockets. Now we're going to go back to Shaughnessy. We have Shaughnessy, Barry, Nolan Sullivan out here. Yeah, Furness also in on that goal. A great goal there for Reading. Like to see a couple more before the end of the period here. Great hard forecheck there by Aiden Shaughnessy. Gets a great shot on net. Now he continues to hold the puck down in the corner. He goes back to the point. Rockets have Belmont on the ropes here. I know it's a 2-1 game, but this seems like a 3-4 minute span here that's going to, be a telling part of this game. Emery hard on the puck, dumps it down low. Rockets are going to go for a change. We have Brendan McCurtain out here right now with Brendan McCurtain. Can't handle the puck. Emery dumps it in deep. McCurtain out here with Emery and Haley again. Rockets hot on the forecheck here. Belmont's just throwing the puck away, just surviving out there right now. Haley dumps it in deep. They don't call offsides. Looks like it might have been a little offsides. Dump it out to center ice. Vitorisi gathers at his own blue line. Goes D to Caden Emery. Fires up to Brendan McCurtain on the wing. Brendan McCurtain's going to come through center ice with a good handle on the puck here. Brendan McCartan, great move. Didn't score right there, but wow. That would have been a great first goal for him. It was a highlight reel play. Great job, the toe drag. Yeah, you don't see many freshmen making rosters, never mind, you know, creating chances like that. Great play there by Brendan McCartan. Didn't end up in the net, but everything but the finish on that one there. Going back to Melly, Gretorix, and Jack Sullivan here with Nate Vitorisi and Caden Emery. Jack Melly's able to spin in the corner and keep possession to Cam Gretorix. Cam Gretorix walks out. Jack Melly on the puck, back to Nate Vitorisi. Vitorisi throws one that just missed far side there. Emery on a good pinch gets it down low, and Jack Sullivan on a one-timer from Cam Gretorix in the slot. Doesn't work out, but what a great setup that was. Again, the Rockets have the Marauders on their heels here for sure. Jack Sullivan down low. He's going to spin it back down low to Gretorix. Gretorix is going to find Melly again in the slot. Another grade A opportunity. Gretorix walks it off the sideboards back to Nate Vitorisi, who fires goalie blocker save there. Caden Emery down on the pinch, keeps it down low. Belmont's going to get possession here. They're going to wind up clearing it out. Caden Emery just throws it away there. You got a little bit of time there. Rockets headed in on Belmont, so not able to make a change. Belmont ices the puck, and it's no icing. Reading has a chance to turn this one up right now. Good play to be able to get a far dump in there. Nate Vitorisi up to Nolan Sullivan, who dumps it in. Barry hard on the puck, walks it out. Great play to Shaughnessy, who loses it in the middle there. Good stick check there by Shaughnessy. Furness throws one deep. Jack Barry's going to throw it out front. Shaughnessy on the doorstep, can't finish there. Belmont's going to take it away. 13 almost got buried again. That's my guy. I called out in the first period for having some speed, but Jack Sullivan slowed him down on this one. The freight train hit him about 10 minutes ago. Still feeling that one. Back to Weberly, who throws it on net. Great shot on net. Nolan Sullivan can't finish out front there. Belmont takes it the other way. Good step there by Furness. Back to Belmont, who's gonna ice the puck. Great action here for the Rockets. They really
a lot of pressure, Gary, for the Rockets. They can feel it. Again, when you get that good sense, you got to keep going. Good momentum. Belmont's definitely on their heels, but you can't, got to continue the pressure.
Going back to the third line here, we're gonna go with McCartan, Haley, and Blake Emery. Haley on the draw. McCartan's gonna get one tonight. I can feel it. Not just yet though. Belmont breaks it out over their own line. D-to-D pass is intercepted. It looked like a high stick. They're not going to call it. Belmont gathers one in the slot. A great chance. JT Clinton is in great position. Puck goes over the net. Here's Vitorisi to McCartan. McCartan through the middle. Gathers over the blue line. Loses the handle. Belmont's able to take control. Go the other way. 12 over the... Good little toe drag there. Tries to toe drag Justin Ferraro. It doesn't work out. Haley in his own zone. Reading's going to need a change. Been out there a little while here. And Belmont scores again right there. 15 in the slot. Gabriel Kumajin has 4 goals already on the season here. Gets him to 5 here. Reading's in a tie game, 2-2.
Yeah, definitely defensive breakdown there, Gary. You left the guy out in the slot. You can't give him that room right there. And you're right. It seemed like the shift was a little bit long. And, those things going to happen. Now Reading's going to bounce back.
Yeah, going to bounce back here. Reading's carried the play all period long here. 6:35 left in the second. Puck's one back to Nate Vitorisi, who walks it up the blue line, back over to Jack Sullivan, who puts one on net. Trickles over the goalies. Little extracurricular activity going on there behind the net.
What was that call, Gary?
A high stick, they said. They said the Reading played it with a high stick above their net. I saw the puck trickle over the goalie's back up onto the back of the net. I don't think anyone touched it.
Well, he hit it off the top of the net. I mean, that's...
Okay, yeah, so if he hit it off the top of the net, then it's over the crossbar, I guess.
Yeah.
Reading with the D zone draw here. We got Ferraro and Vitorisi out there on D. Jack Melly with some space, throws it up the boards to Cam Gretorix, who walks it off the wing here. Gretorix walks it through the slot.
Oh, what a shot!
Top shelf. Cam Gretorix continues his torrid start. Great shot there by Cam Gretorix, his 7th goal of the year. Walks it off the boards. That was a good play, good zone entry, good chip out of their own zone. We were talking about something else, but just a good play off the D zone faceoff. Everybody got involved there. Good play by the Rockets. Cam Gretorix rips one top shelf. He did have Jack Sullivan coming through the slot there, but he ripped that one, and he ended up making that one work out. So he's 1 for 2 on the night. Good play there by Cam Gretorix to keep that one. Jack Sullivan was not as open as the play earlier when Melly was coming trailing through the slot, but great shot by Cam Gretorix there. This play's onside. Jack Sullivan throws it to Cam Gretorix. Cam Gretorix down low to Jack Melly. Jack Melly walks it out of the slot, rips one on net. Goalie makes a good save, goes to the corner. Cam Gretorix on the puck, flips it over to Jack Sullivan. Belmont's going to keep possession on this one here. Justin Ferraro does a good job of keeping the red line there.
Good save by JT right there.
Great save by JT. Rockets want to minimize the opportunities here. You know, when you're not seeing a puck in a long time, they get these random pretty good chances, and you know, you start fighting the puck a little bit when you're not getting any action. So good to see JT make a good save right down that one. There's Nate Vitorisi through center ice with speed, 1-on-4.
I tell you, that puck is just not sliding tonight.
Yeah.
You know, Gary, like,
yeah. I hear
the referee's going to notice that. He's going to pull that puck out of there. They keep doing that, and that puck is just not sliding. These kids are, highly skilled, for high schoolers, and the puck's just sticking on the ice.
Yeah, you'd love to see Reading grab 1 or 2 more here. Good play by Charlie Webley there to keep that puck in. Shaughnessy dumps it in deep. Barry goes to collect the puck, gets tripped up. Nolan Sullivan pinches. Oh, great hit by Gavin Furness. 16 and 13 have taken a couple big hits here in this period. Here we go, Jack Barry over the line. Charlie Webley throws it in deep. Rockets get back onside. What a hit there by, I think that was Gavin Furness. Great step. Gavin Furness. Can't make a play on that one there. Puck goes to the corner. Furness is going to play the puck behind his own net. Throws it up the wing. Rockets on home. Belmont's had these random good opportunities. Got to cut these down here, the random good opportunities. Shaughnessy's in the shooting lane, making the Belmont player go down low with the puck. That's their shooter right there, too. He hits the post again. He scored their goal. He's already got 5 on the year, 15 in the slot. We might want to put a body on him right now. Shaughnessy has it taken away from him at the D zone. Furness is going to send one up out of play.
Yeah, 15 from Belmont's got a nice little shot, and I tell you what, good hockey sense of where he is. He's just above the circle, center of the ice. You're right, Gary. They got to start covering that.
Yeah,
because that kid's gonna score a lot of goals.
Yeah, it's off to a good start here with 5 goals early in the season. Again, they played some quality opponents as well. So Belmont wins this one back to the point. Good hard shot there. Good save by JT. Rockets unable to get this one out. Emery loses control behind the net, down the sideboards. Belmont buzzing a little bit here. Don't want to give them any opportunity. There we go. Melly takes the puck away from him, skates it out. Gets it up over the far blue line to Gretorix. Gretorix dumps it in deep. Melly's on the puck. Melly stops. Keeps it with him. Turns it down low. Jack Sullivan tries to win the puck from the Belmont defender. That's over to Gretorix. Gretorix has it down low. Sullivan takes over. Sullivan sends it back down low to Gretorix. Gretorix going to walk out. Finds Emery at the point. Good tip there by Jack Sullivan out front. Doesn't work out. It's nice. Didn't call icing. 2:22 left in the third here. We're looking for another goal here for sure. Good play there by Melly to use his body. JT's going to maybe have to come out to play this one. No, he doesn't, and it goes for icing.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Jack Sullivan carry that puck instead of giving it a little bit, but again, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, Gary. It's been a good period for the Rockets.
Good period for the Rockets. You got to grab one right here. You know, get a little 2-goal lead going into the break would be great. Belmont goalie has made a lot of saves today. A lot of saves tonight. Drops it down, 2 minutes left. Belmont skates a puck from behind their own net. Nate Vitorisi on the puck at center ice, sends it in deep. Rockets hot in on the forecheck. You have Nolan Sullivan in. Aiden Shaughnessy supporting the play. Nate Vitorisi with the puck at center ice. At the blue line there, rips one, and Belmont goalie looked a little unsure of himself, but is able to cover up.
Nice shot for the point by Nate. I like how he's moving his feet. He's getting that puck. He's shuffling his feet. Gary, get a better positioning towards the middle of the ice. I like that.
As a young defenseman, you want to make sure you're walking that puck towards center ice at all times when you're ripping those pucks from the point. Make sure the guy's not in the shooting lane. Give yourself a little more opportunity to score there as well. Belmont wins the face-off back in their own zone. They flip it out to center ice. Vitorisi recovers there. Shaughnessy gets caught from behind there. Nate Vitorisi in the corner with the puck. Jack Barry puts one in. Jack Barry puts one in. Turns and fires. Jack Barry off the goalie, off the post and in. Shaughnessy went by there and tapped it in, but the ref is giving the original goal to Jack Barry on the original play there. Great shot. Great job to grab a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, Gary, you felt that coming. You know, the pressure that Reading has put on Belmont this period is really showing.
Yes, they are, and you'd love to grab another one right there. You got 1:23 left. Going to go back to the first line here. We got Sullivan, Melly. Yeah, they give the goal to Jack Barry. I know we're far away here, but I thought that went in originally on the Barry shot. You want to make sure that you're not giving pucks up in your own D zone here. Sullivan over the blue line with speed. He's got plenty of time to turn around. Oh, he gets tripped down, but they don't call that there. They've let a lot go in this one. There's a hook right there. They don't call it. 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the 1 minute left in the second period here. We got 15 over the line here. Want to make sure you try to keep his chances to a minimum here in the last minute.
Oh, what a save. JT with a great save there.
Center ice there. Yes, great save there. Rockets got to get the pucks out off the boards. So pucks in deep. Jack Sullivan's hot on the forecheck. Puck comes up high to the Belmont defender, and Cam Gretorix causes a turnover. He's got a great hockey vision. Throws one down low. Melly gets pushed into the net. The net comes off. He was pushed into that net. They're going to bring this outside. Mark's going to complain about this one. He got pushed down. Maybe the other ref will overrule him and say inside. Nope, they're going to go outside. Don't agree with that at all. Melly was pushed into the net. They're going to say no. This should be an inside the zone face-off here. Mark has all the right in the world to be complaining about that. Belmont tries to go back to their D. They lose the puck. Reading's got a forecheck hard here. Ooh, we got good stick right there. Belmont's off sides. Got to regroup out to the neutral zone. We got 16 seconds left. Vitorisi with a good shot block. Down low, Furness. Out to center ice. 6 seconds left. Still have 5 seconds left. Got to play here. Cause a turnover. Belmont's not able to make anything happen, and Rockets are going to go to the locker room up 2. We have 4-2. It's been a tighter battle in the second period, but Reading is still bringing it to Belmont, and hopefully they can score a couple early here in the third, and they can kind of empty the bench a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I thought the second period was was a good period, obviously, for the Rockets. They were buzzing around the net. Gary, I think you were calling it that they were due, and certainly, shots on net. In shooting from a good position. That's what I liked about it. Is the challenge has always been we've always been kind of an outside type offense.
Yeah.
And I like where those shots were. I think we're starting to penetrate that middle area, so it's good to see.
Yeah, good period for the Rockets. Go up 4-2. Get some rest. They have been riding those first top lines. Got to get some breathers for them, and hopefully they can open up in the third and kind of work their way down that bench a little bit.
All right, we'll be back.
So we got the third period about to take place here. Third period about to take place. 4-2 Reading. 4-2 Reading over Belmont.
Kind of a weird atmosphere right now, Gary. I feel like they must have had in the snack bar. I think they might have had a sale on pizza.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Oh, here they come.
There we go. Coming back in now. We got some fans trickling back in. Great crowd on hand tonight for Pick the Rink. Rockets up 4-2 going into the third here. We got 15 minutes of hockey left. See if Reading can just step on the gas pedal here early and get a little bit of a lead here. Again, this was a game that you called a trap game, which I was fully on board with you as well. But good to see Reading taking care of business so far in a trap game. It's kind of one of those ones you just want to make sure you come out with a win.
Yeah, absolutely. Now again, third period. Here's the deal. We talk about this quite a bit on the broadcast. Is for a team like Belmont, don't give them any wind. Right? Don't allow them to score right at the beginning of the period to give them any sense that they can come back on you, right, Gary?
Definitely want to come out here and play a little defensive. I would come out play a little defensive here to start off the third period, and your opportunities are definitely going to start coming to you as long as you're just making good plays with the puck. So is this where you start doing some of your shout-outs? Obviously, we want to shout out Chris Meehan for doing a great
Chris
job
Meehan,
on the telecast. He's a great broadcaster.
I don't know what Chris Meehan's doing tonight. It must be something very for him to miss the broadcast. It's got to be something.
It's got to be something big. It's got to be something big. Sure.
We always do a shout-out to the Vitaricis, Nate's grandparents in Bellingham. They always like to watch the broadcast. Hopefully they're enjoying themselves watching the broadcast and listening to Gary Morrow, Mr. Reading Hockey.
Oh boy, a lot to live up to coming up here and taking over the headset. I'm just glad that I'm getting worked in this year. Absolutely love to be able to get up here with you guys and help out. So, underway here in the third. Gretorick dumps one deep. Student section has filed out. We got about 12 people up there. Hopefully the Rockets don't need any energy to be able to help propel them for the win here tonight. Melly, hard in on the forecheck. Vitarici gathers at center ice. He's going to throw it in on net. Belmont regroups behind their net. We have Gretoricks, Jack Sullivan out here, Vitarici, and Caden Emery. Gretoricks throws one deep, doesn't get deep. Belmont goes D to D up through the middle. Got a nice puck touch early there for JT. That's always, I'm not a goalie, but you want to get a puck. You want to get a nice easy save to start the period, see some rubber.
Yeah, as opposed to a four, the best thing you want to do is try to hit them in the helmet, right?
Absolutely,
Get them afraid of your shot.
Yeah, so we got a D-zone face-off here with 14-16 left in the third. Rockets up 4-2. Belmont wins this one back towards their point. Comes out of the zone. They're going to dump it down low. Emery has some time here behind the net. We'll see what he does. He gives one to Sullivan on the left board. Sullivan sees Gretorick's far side. Didn't think he had him. He's going to dump it in deep and lead Gretoricks. Gretoricks comes away with it to Melly. Melly walks out of the corner. Gretoricks stick a puck again. Maybe going to wait a second to start the next period. The next game there. The period's giving him another minute or two. So we got Melly setting up shop down the left boards. Throws it down low. Jack Sullivan tries to play it with his feet. Jack Sullivan's hard on the Belmont defender. Belmont defender falls down. Jack Sullivan does not come away with the puck. 15 on Belmont, throws it up. Vitorisi's able to intercept. Vitorisi goes the other way, walks in, rips one, deflected wide. Good shot on net there by Shaughnessy to try to cause a rebound. Great play by Nate Vitorisi to keep that one in. Jack Barry throws one down low. It's in Shaughnessy's feet, he couldn't control it. Nolan Sullivan throws it down. Back to Nate Vitorisi now. Playing a little tennis here. Nate Vitorisi's gonna have time with this one. Ooh, he got a little bit of a head check there. Vitorisi up to Nolan Sullivan. Nolan Sullivan over the blue line. Throws one on net. Goalie can't corral it. Goes to the corner. Gavin Furness hot on the pinch. Keeps it down low. Belmont recovers. Furness throws one down low. Rockets are offsides. They got to come back outside the blue line. Jack Barry hot on the forecheck. Belmont's okay with just throwing pucks away here. So Reading has got to try to set up in the offensive zone, cycle pucks, find the open guy like they have most of the night here. Try to get another couple to build on. Third line's going to come out. That puck came outside, and they're not going to blow it. Yes, they are, because neither ref was in position to make the call. I hear you guys talk about the two-man team of reffing is not adequate for the MIA for the high-speed games.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I mean, he's got to be at the red. He's at the red line because he's got to cover that action. He can't be on the blue line, and you miss calls like that. But of course, he made the right call, but delayed it a little bit. But
did make the right call only because it turned into a scoring chance, and the Reading bench went nuts, and it was definitely offside. So good to see that they did make the right call. Weberly with a good dump up to Desmond Fitzgerald is back out here with Brendan McCurtain, throws one out front. Rockets can't make that one pay off. Belmont throws one in deep. Reading's got their third line out here, also with Chuck Weberly and Gavin Furness. And Belmont winds up getting one out of play down there in the offensive zone.
Hopefully that puck's on ice.
Yeah, hopefully they got that puck on ice. It's been bouncing all night. Sometimes the refs are able to get through a game without being noticed. I feel like these guys have been noticed a lot tonight for different things that have gone on.
Gary, I took my therapy early in the week that I wasn't going to talk about the ref in this game.
And I knew that you did that, but I knew that I wanted to bring this up just to get you going.
Yeah, it's my therapy session. My therapist says I can't do it anymore.
Yep. Jack Sullivan up the left-hand side. He dumps one in deep. Gretorik's hot on the puck. Keeps it down low. We got to make sure we keep a guy high there. Okay, Sullivan's coming out. Ooh. Oh, they're going to say that Nate could have played that, so they're going to say that there's not icing, but Nate Vitorisi comes out of his own zone with it. He's going to regroup, go D to D to Caden Emery. Caden Emery plays one off the backhand there and ends up getting hooked. It's not going to get called. Caden Emery over the line here. Nate Vitorisi plays one back at center ice. Number 15 tries to. I wouldn't be taking any runs at Nate Vitorisi if I was a smaller guy out there. Nate Vitorisi is absolutely going to take that number, and he's got 15 on his mind at some point when this game gets a little higher. Nate might seek him out. Nate Vitorisi up to Cam Gretorik's. Great shot on net for a rebound. Oh, it could have went in. This is the second time the same exact play happened where it hit the Belmont goalie and almost toppled over him into the net.
Yeah, it did. I didn't see, the other one was awkward. This one, I couldn't believe we almost had the same thing happen.
This one, an instant replay there, and this one almost went in. It was a little bit closer here. We got 13 is jumping the draw there on in the D zone there for Belmont. He's got some speed coming down the right side here. That's the kid I talked about earlier in the game that I thought had a little bit of a jump in his step. Rockets.
Yeah, no, nice speed on that kid. That's the thing. I've always said I was a center.
Oh, there you go. We got Jack Barry throwing one far side. If he drops it here, good play there by Nolan Sullivan to be able to take that puck through the slot. Throws a sneaky backhand. Jack Barry from behind the net. Dalen down low to Sullivan. Sullivan can't quite get it out front. Barry's hot on the forecheck. Down low, Shaughnessy's out front. Can't find the loose puck. Belmont's able to work it out. Charles Weberly back down low. Good play by the Rockets here to keep the pressure on. Good job by Shaughnessy on the forecheck there. Shaughnessy not able to walk out with that one. It looked like he was maybe going to get a chance, but that got sewn up pretty quick. Gavin Furness throws a sneaky one on net. Belmont's goalie's got to make a save, and it's out of play.
Gary, I was going to mention, we mentioned in the broadcast before, when they're dropping the puck, you got to notice some of this stuff. The ref's not calling a lot of things. You gotta take advantage of those situations. In all, hats off to the kid from Belmont. He notices that.
He's jumping the draw, and he's not getting called for it, so it's all good.
Yeah, look at the kid right now.
Yeah,
he's
Yep. Furness has one hit off his glove at center ice.
And quite frankly, that is not the guy dropping the puck. It's not his call. It's his partner's got to call that and see that there's movement.
But his partner is that guy from Skate 3 that just skates around the rink all morning long and just looks around at the crowd. Doesn't pay attention to the game. This is a ref that I've had a few games of mine. Doesn't pay much attention, but Reading dumps one down low. Belmont's going to work it up the boards here. Belmont has a little rust. That's an ice. They're not going to call it. 15 is their sniper, too. He's on the puck deep down in the zone. Furness makes a great play on him, and then 15 loses his stick. He's holding. Reading's battling it out. You always want to stay on the D side of that puck. Reading tries to go D to D. Weberly's going to try to just get one out of the zone there. It's a good move here. Reading's going to get to this puck. Furness deep in his own zone with a good shot block there, and then sends one up the boards. Weberly regathers here, throws it up ice with a great play. McCurtain's not able to handle that puck. Goes down low behind Belmont's net. They throw it up. Number 10's on the puck on the boards here. That's an ice. Don't call it. Nate Vitorisi on it for the Rockets. Goes D to D to Ferraro. Ferraro throws one up the boards to Melly. Melly's able to make it get to Gretorix. Puck's going to end up out of play. Yeah, that was nice. This guy was 5 feet behind the red line right under me here on that last play, and they didn't call icing.
Yep.
Just, This ref over here closest to us is the one that likes to look around the crowd.
Oh.
Yeah. See him? All game long, he's paying attention to everything but the game. Here we go. Quick play off the draw here. Gretorix has a great chance. Goalie makes a good save towards the boards. Vitorisi fires one down low that doesn't hit the net. Jack Sullivan's on his man over there. Ferraro tries to stand up at the blue line there. Winds up losing the battle there. Gets down low in the Reading zone. We got Melly on the good hard back check. Up the boards to Gretorix. Gretorix to Nate Vitorisi in the middle. Vitorisi with the puck. Good try. Was able to stay onside. Belmont's looking for the home run pass here. Ooh. Vitorisi throws one in with a backhand from center ice, 15 feet in the air, and still makes it on net. Goalie shoves it aside with the blocker. Puck's out to center ice. Vitorisi's got some room. Gathers over the blue line.
Yeah,
see,
that's Gary. That stick. There's something wrong with that stick with Nate using.
Yeah, he definitely needs a new one.
Did you see that?
Yep.
He missed it out by about 15 feet.
Tough play in the Rockets' own zone here. Good hit there by Furness. Standing up the Belmont player. Belmont's surviving here. Nolan Sullivan with some good speed.
I tell you what, I like Nolan Sullivan's game, huh, Gary?
Yeah, he's
all energy, doesn't back down from anybody.
Yep.
Always keeps his feet moving. Smart hockey player.
Absolutely.
In good position.
Furness throws one on net. Blocked by the Belmont defender there. Good little chance, didn't turn into anything. Weberly forces the Belmont player outside. Good job by the defense here. Weberly makes a very good play.
Really nice job there.
Very good play. Rockets able to get the puck deep. Belmont's goalies throws one all the way down the ice. They don't call icing. Reading's able to come out through center ice with speed here. Furness is going to gather behind his own net. 6:08 left. Reading's hanging on to a 4-2 lead here. Reading has absolutely outplayed Belmont, but Belmont does get some random good chances, but all in all, it's been a strong effort by the Rockets, and they just haven't found the back of the net. Gretorix along the boards, throws it out to center ice. Belmont's able to stop that puck there and throw it in deep. Reading's going to need a change on D. They've been out there for a little while. They're able to get it right there on the play. Melly sidesteps a couple defenders, walks in, throws it out front. Jack Sullivan can't corral it down low. Puck gets turned over. Belmont fires it up the boards. Vitorisi on a good pinch. Vitorisi's able to sidestep a defender. Just doesn't sidestep the last one. The puck ends up out of the blue line.
A little too much there. A little too much.
A little too much.
Fire the puck.
Yep. Nate has all that in his repertoire, though. And so, you know, I don't mind it. I'd like to see him rip the puck, but, you know, he is able to make that play a lot. Belmont's able to make the puck, work the puck out towards center ice. Reading fires it right back in. Shaughnessy hard on the forecheck. Good job. Got hooked a little bit. No call. Good stop on the puck there by Shaughnessy. D to D there for Belmont. They're able to send it all the way down. 15 is out there now. That's the guy with their golden light. He's got 5 on the season. You want to make sure you're not giving him many opportunities. Got to get this puck out right here. Good job by Barry to get that puck over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy's loses it. Belmont's offsides here. No, they're onsides now. They try to send it in. 4 minutes left here for the Rockets. Emery's able to work it down low. Back to Gretorix. Gretorix, Barry, Sullivan here. I think there might be a Rocket or two. Hasn't changed up yet, but so we have Belmont works the puck down the right side, fires it in. Vitorisi's logged a lot of minutes tonight. He's got to be a little tired. He's able to fend off the offensive player and work it out of the zone. Throws it up off the board. See if Jack Sullivan can win this race here. He's got a lot of speed. Doesn't win the race. Melly. Good play by Jack Sullivan to force that play. They threw it away out to Melly at the blue line. Melly got a shot, didn't get through. Melly throws one deep down low. Gretorix on the cycle is able to throw it back to the point. Furness throws it. Jack Sullivan's got time and space here. Throws one on net. Oh! Throws it on net. Melly with a great goal out front. Great play there by Jack Sullivan. Great job by the whole line there. You know, we got a 5-2 lead here with 3:14 left. That's a little bit of breathing room the Rockets needed.
Yeah, the big thing that happened there, I don't know if you noticed, Gary, but the goalie's stick was in the corner. He could never get it back. So as a playing goaltender without a stick in that situation, throw the puck on net, see what happens. Nice rebound, good positioning by Reading, and then we got a goal.
Great job. 5-2 lead here for the Rockets, 3:14 left. Again, the goalie lost his stick about 20 seconds. I think a little bit before that puck wound up going in. Rockets were able to make him pay for losing that stick. There's another ace there. 3:01 left here. Rockets up 3. Offensive zone face-off here.
The student section has left us. There must be like a craft fair later on tonight.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Big. Yeah, maybe they're going to the library, maybe, or something like that. Oh, Gretorix walks it out, misses wide. Vitorisi on the rebound out to the point. Belmont throws it in the defensive zone. Caden Emery's hard on the puck. Up ice there. They're not calling offsides. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Gary.
Gary was just about to jump on the ice himself and put on a uniform.
I don't think I've skated since the shift. Do you remember the Thanksgiving night game that I came and I think I put on? I think I was out there for one shift. That was it though for me. But that was my last shift.
Well, Gary, you had a legendary career at Don Bosco, so you know.
Oh boy.
You know, so hey, you've done enough in your hockey career to fill a lot of record books, Gary.
Oh, I'm sure. Here we go. Back to the rail action. Here we got Rockets running around their D zone a little bit here. Emery's guys.
Oh, good shot.
Great job by staying in the lane there by JT Coyne. Took one off the head. It was a good save though. Oh, good save there by J.T. Quinn.
Really like his positioning, Gary. You see where he is? You see where he made that save? Outside the blue, cutting down the angle like that.
Yeah, he's been good tonight. He's been good all season long. He's, the Rockets have ridden him in every game, and I know that people are superstitious. I don't know when he's going to come out of the net if he continues to not lose games. So Rockets are 3-0-1. They're up 5-2 here with 2:11 left here. They're looking at Monday now. They've got a Woburn team Monday they play.
Yeah, no, it'll be. Yeah, game Monday should be good. Going back to the goalie, when you have some confidence and then making some key stops, Gary, you got to keep him in there, and it helps the team out. In the prep game, he made probably 4 or 5 stops that legitimately save goals.
Yeah, he's been very good, but I know going into the season, him and Henry Lanzo were right there with each other.
Yep.
So if something were to happen where Henry Lanzo had to come into some games and stop playing some hockey, I think the Rockets would be fully confident that he could get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you like seeing a goalie with confidence, the way they're playing. As mentioned earlier in the other broadcast, that when a goalie looks calm out there and is centering the pucks, meaning the puck's hitting constantly in the chest, that means he's playing his angles very well, so it's good to see.
Yeah. Rockets have a D-zone face-off here, up 5-2 in the third. Every goal does count in all these people's, when they're ranking teams and stuff. You beat them by that, they beat, so every goal counts for all these teams. So Belmont's trying to score late here. Of course, 5-2, Belmont's still thinking it's a game. I'm not thinking that that's really a possibility, but Reading is trying to build on a 5-2 lead here, and they're going to try to get 1 or 2 themselves here in the last couple of minutes. So Nate Vitorisi controls in his own zone, throws it up the boards. Jack Sullivan's hot on the puck. Nate Vitorisi loses it to the Belmont guy. They're going to call icing there, and that's an icing, but not a bad play.
It doesn't hurt you in high school hockey, Gary, when you ice the puck. It really doesn't. Again, once you go into the you're advancing your hockey in the college and the program pro game, you can't change. So
yeah, the NEPSAC as well. The prep school, all those teams is the same way. As you can't change. There's 18-minute periods. There's 3 officials. There's 3 things I would like to see in the MIA game. They go to 18 minutes, get the third ref, and no changing on icing and those other D-zone face-offs that occur where you can't change in all those other leagues. Good play there by Gretorix to keep that one in. Nate Vitorisi steps up, throws one in deep. Belmont's able to defend that one. We got Jack Melly out here, Jack Sullivan, Jack Melly, Jack Sullivan, and Cam Gretorix out here. Rockets get the puck deep. Great play there by Jack Melly out front. Isn't able to score, but it was a great move.
Yeah, tight space right there. And
for sure. We got the 4th line making an appearance here. We got Cole Morrow, Cormac Fitzgerald, and Blake Emery going to get some run here with 1:09 left. We'll see if they can. I know they might be a little cold.
I would think so, but they're young, Gary, and we'll see what they have to.
Yeah, good to see them getting a shift here. We also have Michael Scholes on defense with Nate Vitorisi. Blake Emery's able to get one through the slot there. Cormac Fitzgerald's hot on the back check. Good job by J.T. Quinn to come out and stop that one. Rockets unable to keep possession though. Nate Vitorisi's up the boards. We got Michael Scholes. He's going to go over to Vitorisi. Vitorisi's going to get one up off the glass into center ice. There's 40 seconds left here. J.T. Quinn's able to swallow one up. Michael Scholes rounds the net, throws one behind the offensive player on the boards, and they dump the puck in. These guys it's got to be a little cold and got to be a little tough to get out there and get it moving, but we'll see if they can make something happen. We got 20 seconds left. Belmont's able to get rid of it. Nate Vitorisi throws one up off the rafters, and we may see the 5th line.
Gary, that's actually an I-beam, not the rafters.
I-beam, that's true. So we've got a D-zone face-off coming up. We have A.J. Kane out here. We have Will Diamond. And also we have Bowers is out here as well. So we have Aaron Bowers, Will Diamond, and AJ Kane. Rockets get the draw back to their own D zone here. Diamond up the right side with it. Loses the puck. Belmont possesses the puck. AJ Kane in on the forecheck. Aaron Bowers hard on the forecheck. Belmont ices the puck, and this one's going to be a 5-2 victory here for the Rockets. A very, very well played game by the Rockets. JT Quinn was solid in net. Some scoring all around, and just a good performance by the Rockets.
Yeah, I'd really like to see it. Again, Gary, we said at the beginning of the game that this could have been a trap game, which is a tough one to play, and you're coming off a big game with the prep, but I think they handled it. And I think you were right on in the first period. They just had to get their feet underneath them, get going. They haven't played a ton of games, but overall, I believe the coach would be happy with the effort. I thought JT played really well in net. Again, was very square to the puck, and that's what you need. You need someone to stop the puck like he's doing right now, and their confidence is building with the Rockets.
Yeah, so they go to 4-0-1 on the season. They've played well early on. A lot of people have them up there in the predictions, and I think they're holding that down. They've been a good team, and it'd be fun to watch all season long. It was thanks for having me on the broadcast, and I look forward to listening to you and Chris, and maybe we can get a third headset up here, or maybe we can whenever I'm worked in the rotation, I'm good with it, but I'm always ready to help out.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Gary. Really love your commentary, your hockey knowledge, and I'm sure it's appreciated by everybody out there on the in the broadcast land. So we'll see everybody on Monday, and great night for the Rockets tonight with a 5-2 victory over Belmont. Good night.
Good night.